partial, biased accusations which is aimed only at accusing the Syrian government of violating human rights.
The DPRK government will continue to extend support to the government of Syrian Arab Republic.
Solidarity with the legitimate government of President Bashar al-Assad. Cuba reiterates its trust in the ability of the government and people of this country to resolve their domestic affairs without foreign intervention.
I give the floor to UN Watch.
I thank the Commission for their reports. What you have just described in Syria amounts to a whole new level of brutality, responsible for the worst humanitarian crisis in the world today. Mr. President, as of last month, the dead number 191,000. But is the world, is the UN as a whole showing a sense of urgency? I don't know. In January, the Office of the High Commissioner announced that it stopped updating the death toll in Syria. Mr. President, as the Assad regime drops more and more barrel bombs on women and children, why did the High Commissioner stop counting? A short time later, the UN announced that it elected Syria's representative to a top post on the committee charged with overseeing the decolonization of the Falkland Islands, Bermuda, Gibraltar, and 14 other territories around the globe. What signal did that send to Damascus? Now, Syria has stated repeatedly in this session that the primary human rights issue in the world is the Palestinians. But we just heard from the Commission something very different. Indeed, the Working Group for Palestinians in Syria announced in February that Syria had killed 2,072 Palestinians, 840 in Yarmouk and 163 in Deraa. 2,072 Palestinians. I wish to ask Syria, in the past 7 months, since that number was announced in February, how many more Palestinians have you killed? How many more Palestinians, Syria, have you besieged and starved? If Syria really cares about Palestinians, why is it murdering them? Now, the Commission announced that Palestinians have found it difficult to find safe haven in other countries, unlike other refugees. According to Tariq Hamoud of the Working Group, there is no effective international or regional action to help the Palestinians in Syria. He said that UNRWA has no real presence on the ground to support the Palestinian refugees in Syria. He said Palestinian refugees leaving Syria face, quote, the worst treatment in the Arab countries. Lebanon and Jordan deny them entry. In Egypt, they are detained. Why do those who speak for the Palestinians treat the Palestinians in this way? Thank you, Mr. President.